building. What's up? Shout out to you if you are in here. State your name, put it in the comment section as usual. Let me do a little bit of shares on the network. Let's get this thing popping. So I love y'all. Definitely we have many things to do. Late night talks. I can't even see what's in the comment section right now. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. What's up? What's up? What's up? Ucha to the families. That means salutations. Salutations. What's up? So I'm doing my best to set these shares up on the network. Like I said, if you in here, get yourself situated, and more or less, let's go. I know it's a late night, and y'all like Lamel. You just have to keep on doing it to us on a late night. You know, it is what it is. You know, I just try to mix everything with what I got going on. Y'all know I'm working. I'm going to school, and I'm trying to give a couple people attention. That's hard. That's really, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It is what it is. What's up, y'all? Who in here? I'm gonna just stop looking at. I'm gonna stop looking at the shares for a second. I'm gonna see who in here. Like I said, I'm definitely feeling good. Definitely feeling good. Peace to the family. Whew. So wow, what I'm going to talk about tonight? Well, what I'm going to talk about tonight is probably too heavy. It's probably too heavy, so I think what I'm going to do is I don't know, man. It's a late night. Y'all ready for this type of stuff? I don't know if y'all ready for this type of stuff on a late night. I don't know if we all ready. Because we might have to put in some work for this one. We might have to put in some work for this one. Alright, cool. I'm almost done, y'all. It's not easy setting up this stuff, man. Like, for real. I ain't lying to y'all. It's hard. Sometimes it's like it ain't easy. I gotta be a technical guru and be a I guess an inspirational person. That's hard too when you got everything else going on in your life. That's a challenge. But I look at myself as a exemplification of things that might be happening to you. So it's cool. I meant to say exemplification, like example. Maybe that's a word I made up. But in essence, you already know. Let's go. Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about tonight is the CPU of the mind and how it's literally almost like a computer and how the universe operates like a computer. This is going to be a series of videos I'm gonna do. It's going to be a series of videos I'm gonna do. I'm gonna explain the components of the computer, and then I'm gonna also explain how they hook up with the mind. Shout out to you if you in here. What's up? I'm almost done. I almost set up the watch party in the Facebook. Yo, we are simulcasting right now. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Let me see if I can check in on the YouTube real quick. Yeah. So I can see who's popping on the YouTube. What's up, y'all? Late night talks. Alright, shout out to what's up, Sister Asia? There she go. I see you in here, Queen. There she go. Okay. Peace. I see. We're gonna get this thing popping. Thank you. Alright, so. I'm almost done. Give me a couple more seconds. Hopefully y'all enjoying this music. Real talk. Hopefully y'all enjoying this music. Alrighty. It's hot. I'm getting this watch party popping. Alright, so if you don't know the name of this movement, it's called Messiah Code Spiritual Conscious Evolution for Future Technology. Alright? Messiah Code Spiritual Conscious Evolution for Future Technology. That's the name of the movement collectively. I know we say Messiah Code, alright? You know, that's for short. You know, and even saying Messiah Code, the name of our tribe is called the Walu. Alright, I have introduced various different totems that are connected with our tribe. Alright? So cool. Peace to everybody in the watch party right now. Peace to everybody on the YouTube. I love the fact that I can simulcast. That actually is a blessing. That is a blessing. Shout out to everybody that's been following this technology. Y'all see, it hasn't been easy for me to do this. Y'all see, it's been a challenge for me to set this stuff up and to get through certain situations in my life and persevere through that. At the same time, you know, share what the Most High or the universe has bestowed upon me. You know? But I love my position in the universe right now, to be honest. I really love it, man. You know, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. If you think about your challenge, you might be saying the same thing. It's very, very, very interesting. The many paths you have traveled and came across to lead you here. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation. It's going to be cool. Definitely going to be cool. Alright, yeah. Yeah. So peace to everybody. Shout out to Markeisha. I see you in here. Shout out to Sister Asia. She's on the YouTube and the Facebook. That's hot. I don't know how you did that. You simul watching. You simul watching right now. Wow. That's hot. We simulcasting and you simul watching. Peace to everybody that supports the movement. What's up? Alright, so okay, cool. So hopefully y'all enjoying the music. everything is popping. Alright, so can I get a share, y'all? For real, can I get like 10 shares, or y'all stingy? That's what I want to know. Y'all stingy right now? Can I get like 10 shares? Can I get like 10 shares before I start to talk about this? Can I get like 10 shizzers? Support the movement for what it's worth. Look out for the cookout. Alright, real talk. Look out for the cookout. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about various things here. The spiritual CPU of the mind. I don't know if that's, you can see that whole thing. I figured that out. Yeah, the spiritual CPU of the mind. Hopefully y'all can see that. That works out. Alright, I wanted to compare the central processing unit. Shout out to Bernadette. What's up? I see you in here. If you in here, state your name, put it in the comment section. Can I get a share, y'all? For real. I'll do the readings for anybody that's in here for the readings. I will be doing readings tonight. Tonight. You stick around for the crown, I'll look out. Alright? What's up? Enjoy. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Alright, so yeah. So I'm gonna compare the central processing unit of the computer to the central processing unit of the mind or the spirit. So this should be fun. This should be real fun. Alright. Let's go. Alright. Alright, so hopefully y'all in here. Everything is cool, we flowing. So okay, alright. So y'all ready? Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Alright, so first thing I wanted to talk about is, I don't know if it switched over. It should do it. That's weird. Oh, I see that. I see what I gotta do. Alright. So anyhow, what you see right here is the motherboard of the computer. And I wanted to compare the motherboard hardware and the mother birth genealogy. Alright, I wanted to compare those two in this build right here. Now, I say that we are literally living in what they call the Matrix. It's a mainframe consciousness. Alright? Same thing filled with ones and zeros like that of a computer. But the way a computer is actually constructed is actually the way the human body is constructed also. So I wanted to do my best to explain a little bit of that in this build. Alright? So the first thing I'll talk about is the motherboard hardware. Alright, motherboard is hardware. You know, if you don't know what hardware is, and where I'll do my best to explain it in my words. Hardware is like the physical material upon which you you add things like different peripherals and stuff like that. So it's like the physical thing, like the motherboard is what everything is. It's like the interface between everything. All right, and I want you to think about the mother birth genealogy almost like the interface between everything. All right, almost the same thing. All right, so now I'm connecting this, like I said, I'm connecting this with the mind. Now the motherboard, it has a central processing unit, but the one thing I want to talk about today is what happens when you turn the computer off, or what happens when you go to sleep at night. All right? What happens when you go to sleep? Now, I don't have time to share this. If you can, please share this video. Please share this video on your network while I'm talking. Or I'll share it myself while I'm talking. Y'all good. I'll do it myself. Like real talk. So yeah. Anyhow, so when you think about this, right? We talking about the central processing unit, right? It goes deeper than that, because the central processing unit, it's just almost like, I would say, like it just follows commands. It's not really thinking. All right, it actually just moves upon command. All right, it only has one task, that's to calculate. All right, and I want you to compare more or less the central processing unit to the brain. But the brain, it has different lobes, of different spheres of thought to connect to the way it operates. All right, but I want to talk about how literally when you cut the computer off, what happens, and how the computer is able to reboot and reanimate itself and remember the same things that it remembered while you was actually working on it. And I want to compare that to more or less how when you wake up and you boot up and you remember things in essence. All right, and you want to see that these things have a relation to each other. All right, you want to see that these things have a relation to each other. My fault. I'm setting up, doing shares. All right. So anyhow, let me move forward. Let me move forward a little bit. And the pineal gland. I'll talk about the pineal gland, right? Because the pineal gland is a small endocrine gland, which is a regulator. An endocrine gland is a regulator, or endocrine. My fault. Endocrine. Yeah, there it is. Endocrine gland. It's really a regulator. All right, but the pineal gland is a small endocrine gland in the brain of most vertebrates. The pineal gland produces melatonin, a serotonin-derived hormone which modulates sleep patterns in both circadian and seasonal cycles. So I wanted to talk about, in essence, to the pineal gland connecting up to the motherboard of life, or the motherboard of reality. Now you say, well, what do you mean? All right, see, when it comes to a computer, what boots it up, what makes it remember, or like more or less remember how to more or less express what you put on it, is the cycles. It's the cycles which, or the pulse which it connects to, just like you have a pulse. Everybody, when you come into reality, you're born, and that birth date or that log date creates the pulse of your reality. All right. So it's the same thing for the computer. Like in the computer, you have you know, you have the CPU, but what boots that up is actually the CMOS and the BIOS. All right. Now, I said I'm gonna compare this study or this discussion to when the lights cut off, and how when you reboot, how you remember, or how you know what to connect to, and how this is associated with the CPU or the computer of the mind. All right. So again, you'll see that the pineal gland, it's an endocrine gland. An endocrine gland. See, you have various different types of endocrine glands throughout your body, which are regulators. Now, this regulates a hormone. Basically melatonin and serotonin. All right. Um, and you already know this connects with sleep patterns, circadian rhythms, and seasonal cycles. All right. So this is in essence this connects to my fault. I'm gonna pull this up. See if I can bring it up right here. There it is. All right. The CMOS. All right. So, like in your computer, right? To start it up, you got something that's called a CMOS and a BIOS. All right. Now, CMOS and a BIOS, they have two different principles. One is basically a software, and the other one's a hardware. All right. But the CMOS is connected to a battery. All right. And this is like a pulse. It's the same thing. If your computer shuts down, it's still on because every computer has a little battery in it, which is a pulse or a ticker. All right. I want you to compare this to the heart. Why do I say that? All right. This is the reason why I say that. Dang, I forgot. I was sharing over here. All right, I'm gonna show you why I compare it to the heart. You can read that while I'm doing this. Okay. Um, this is why I compare it to the heart, and I gotta be able to see it so I can read it to y'all. But if you think about it, if you really think about this, if you really think about this in essence, right? All right. So it says CMOS is a complementary metal oxide um semiconductor. All right. So complementary metal oxide semiconductor. Um I can't see it. It's hard for me to see it. Hopefully y'all can see it. All right. Let me read it though. I'm gonna read it bit by bit, and then I'm gonna just come in, cause it's crazy. All right. But it's a complementary metal oxide semiconductor, CMOS. That's what the acronym for it. It consists of a pair of semiconductors connected to a common secondary voltage, such that they operate in opposite complementary fashion. Thus, when one transfer uh, one transistor is on, one transistor is on, which is turned on, the other is off, and vice versa. All right, I wanted to compare this to the heart, right? In reference to how the CMOS is a semiconductor, a semiconductor. All right, how you compare this to the heart, more or less? It has a pulse. It literally has a pulse. That's how the computer, um, it calculates. That's how the computer actually comes in. It has a rhythm, literally. The same thing as you. You have a rhythm of life that connects with you. All right. So, if you actually mess up the pulse of that computer, you actually mess up the whole computer. Let's say if you had a new computer, right? For instance, if you had a new computer or something like that, somebody can actually, what I'm saying, just take the battery out. Just open it up and take the battery out right there and destroy your whole computer, because they'll ruin literally the algorithm of the computer. It would have to jump rope a whole nother way. It would have to figure out how to jump rope in again. All right. So this is the same thing as your heart and how it connects up with your pineal gland. With your pineal gland. Now, more or less, the CMOS is your heart, is the regulator in your heart. All right. And then your BIOS would be considered to be your pineal gland. My fault. Your BIOS would be considered to be your pineal gland. See if I can pull it up again. Um, yeah. Shout out to everybody that's awake right now. What's up? Yo, man. I know this is a late night. I'm gonna do this over again. I'm gonna do this build over again, but it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. The BIOS. All right. So let me read that. See if I can read it. All right. It says, all right, the BIOS is a special software that that interfaces interfaces the major hardware components of your computer. All right, the pineal gland, same thing as the pineal gland. This thing is just like the pineal gland. I'm telling you, they designed the whole computer like the brain. They just took the brain and they just figured out different ways to essentially express it. It says I swear I'm gonna have to blow this up. Sound like. Thank you for everybody supporting. I see you, Shanita. I'm on a late night right now. I'm just up. To be honest, I'm up right now. I'm feeling good. I wanted to express some stuff. It's a little bit early with this information, and I should kind of save it a little bit, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna run this information back. I'm gonna run it back, for real, for real. So, the BIOS is a special software that interfaces the major. The BIOS is a special software that interfaces the major hardware components of your computer with the operating system. It usually it is usually stored on a flash memory chip on the motherboard. But sometimes the chip is another type of ROM when you turn on. Shit. Blah 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 blah. Y'all get it. It's just like I explain it the way I understand it, because that's just some stuff that I pulled up from Google, so y'all kind of can get that a little bit about what BIOS is. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna explain what BIOS is. All right, you got the CMOS. You got the CMOS, which is like your heart, like the regulator of your heart. All right, um, and you got the BIOS, which is like the regulator of your brain or of your pineal gland. The same way, your pineal gland, it gives you a circadian rhythm, far as night and day, knowing night and day, basically knowing the difference of night and day. All right, it's the same thing as um, far as that's like more or less like tick and tock, tick and tock. Look at it like that. It's like tick and tock. All right, that's the CMOS. All right, that's the CMOS. All right. Now the BIOS, like I said, the BIOS is just a regular chip. It's like a flash memory chip on the motherboard. A chip like in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like a chip. Same thing. Like a callus is a chip. A callus is the same thing as a chip. All right. Like when you have calluses on your hands and calluses on your feet, even though somebody will say, nah, that ain't the same thing, but it's almost like the same thing. What I'm talking about, it's like more or less a structure that's built, all right, through evolution, through an evolutionary experience, all right, and that same thing, calluses, they create that, but it's like a chip, all right, but in essence, you have the like I said, the CMOS. If you think about the CMOS, it needs a battery. It needs a battery. So the battery is the pulse, like the little watch batteries that you see. They're actually those watch batteries are in your computers. All right, and more or less they bring something. They regulate something, which is a pulse. And this pulse is almost the same thing as your birthday. Your birthday represents the pulse reality cognitive function. Now, you might say, well, what the hell does that mean, Lamel? The pulse reality cognitive function is this. All right. For instance, like when computers, how they operate is what you how you think they're amazing and stuff like that or whatever like that, but it is actually a pulse that is regulated throughout the system, and throughout that pulse it is positive and negative charges that flow throughout the pulse. So I want you to kind of think about that in reference to the codex too, because the codex, each number has a positive or negative charge, and I told people that it has literally a positive or negative charge, and it flows between 1 and 31. All right? It flows between 1 and 31. All right? Um but that is the spark. But this connects with your heart, because if you think about your heart, right? And I'm going to connect this with a CMOS. Now, again, CMOS, let me see if I can bring that up. Again, your CMOS is your complementary metal oxide semiconductor. All right, complementary metal oxide semiconductor. That is your CMOS. Now, what is your complementary metal oxide semiconductor of the human body? Iron. Iron. Real simple. Iron is your complementary oxide semiconductor. And if you look at it, and I got this diagram I'm gonna pull up again for y'all. If you look at the diagram that I gave, or I'm gonna give y'all right here, bow. Here it is. Shoom. If you look at it right there, look, man, the iron. Iron is at the base atom of the is connected with hemoglobin. It's at the base of hemoglobin. And these are red blood cells, how they associate and how they connect with your body. This the hemoglobin molecule, how it's actually connected. So if you think about this, right, all of this flows through your heart. It flows through your heart. Alright? Red blood cells create white blood cells. All of this stuff flows through your heart. Alright? So that's deep. That's deep right there. Because like I said, that's your CMOS. That right there is your CMOS. That is your CMOS. Same thing. You look at these valves of the heart and how they actually connect up with the body. Feel me? Now you see it up there. You see the CMOS actually connected up there. You see the battery. You see the battery actually connected to it in the picture up there. Now this creates a pulse. The same thing, you have a pulse. We all have a pulse or some sort. Alright? There's two. Well, you'll see a shadow on me and stuff. Alright, I'm trying to get rid of that a little bit. Hopefully y'all can still hear me good. Alright, let me see. What else I want to say on here. Alright, so this is deep because, like I said, let's bring this. There you go. There go the BIOS right here. Here go the BIOS. There it is right there. Which is an endocrine gland, right? You think about it, it's a regulator of light. That's what it does. Melatonin and serotonin secreted from this gland right here. Which regulates all what I'm talking about, like sleep patterns, how you sleep. All right. If you think about this, this is the same thing that's going on with the computer, y'all. So this is my fun analogy essentially to that. And you say, well, why you got the eye of Ra connecting up with the pineal gland, also connecting up with the BIOS? All right, remember, I'm saying the BIOS is connected with the pineal gland, and I'm saying the CMOS is connected with your heart. All right, with the regulator of your heart. All right. Now, BIOS is also a software too, y'all. It's also a software associated with BIOS. All right. CMOS really doesn't have a software. It just have charges. So the way a computer operates is with the way a computer operates is with ones and zeros. But it's a reason why I use this I is for this reason right here. Mainly for this reason. He said this, right? He said unto them, ye are from beneath and I'm from above. Ye are of this world and I am not of this world. All right. Essentially, I want y'all to kind of think about this build like that. It's an outer world experience, and when you see different images like the eye gazing up, it is a statement. That is an ideograph, a statement saying I am from above. All right. In essence, you know, this talk is a higher consciousness talk, because like I said, pretty soon we're going to get deeper into this and how this is associated with a computer, to the point that we building the computer of the mind, and also we are associating this with the operating system of the mind, which is the body of the Messiah. Now you might say, well, how is that, Lamel? All right, I got you. You know, if you look at any computer, right, this essentially, you know, it's programmed through let me see, there it is. If you look at any computer, right, it's programmed through a system of ones and zeros. Now you might not know what these ones and zeros represent, but let me kind of put it in layman's terms. It represents positive or negative. Yes or no, give or take, black or white, on or off, kind of that. Now, if I have that type of sequence where you just realize on or off, okay, that represents something, then we can send messages to each other. Why is that? For instance, like let's say we have a column of rows, right? We have a column of rows, 1 through 10. All right. Now, if you look at those column of rows, you see maybe it's on or off, and that would represent the message essentially, because it would be either 0 or 10 or 00 01 or 11 10. You feel me? So that's how bits operate. That's how bits operate. You feel me? That's like a bit right there. But a bit actually flows in 8. It flows in a connection with the number 8. But if you see how it's operating, that's why I said, man, look at the body of the Messiah, man. The body of the Messiah, man, this is really getting deep. And I know those in the future, they're going to write a computer operating system from this body. I know it. I know it to be true, because if you look at it, right, if you look at it, first I want to say this real quick. Let me say this. Bow. Woo. Let's keep it, let's do this. You know it's 361 degrees in a circle, but it says, so then because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spit you out of my mouth. This is what I kind of was telling y'all, that you got to understand how the computer operates with this binary system. The binary system is either cold or hot. All right? You know what I'm saying? Positive or negative. You can't be lukewarm on this, or it won't work. All right? So, yeah. Now, bringing this back to the body of the Messiah. Now, these are the letters, man. These are the letters. I think everybody should know these letters. These letters A, B, C. If you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can see the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, G, H, S, H, S, T, Lamel, and Lamel. Alright, so you'll know that. Now, each one of these has a positive or negative charge. The same thing. They have a positive and negative charge. And they represent a system of how the body of the Messiah operates. Alright? It's literally a binary code. A quaternary code, my fault. How this body operates. So it's all good. Thank you for everybody supporting. Thank you. It is what it is. I'm gonna go over a couple more things and then I'm gonna let y'all go. It's late. It's 1:19. It is what it is. I'm up. I'm on California time. Yeah. So this right here, it does connect up with the body of the Messiah. If you just look at it, every body part has a particular charge. The same way. And if you think about it, the sequence is deep. The sequence is very deep. It's very deep if you think about it. These numbers mean something so much. I can't wait to do more talks about this. That's going to be my norm conversation. I'm going to actually start talking about this, the body of the Messiah, and 1 through 31, each number positive or negative charges. I'm going to start talking about these things in essence, and I'm going to bring it back to the body of the Messiah so we can start building up our culture and understand what this means. All right? See, we have a pulse system that's associated with um, our I would say, uh, uh, our movement, or our livelihood. We have a system that deals with that, and it's the body of the Messiah. All right, it's a pulse. It operates in the same frequency of thought of that body of the Messiah, of the Messiah, which is 1 through 31. All right, each number has a affectionate personality. It has an affectionate personality, a positive or negative charge. All right. So shout out to you if you enjoying this. Definitely shout out to you if you enjoying this. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna come on early. I'm gonna try to come on probably about 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna do my best. You already know I'm going to school, trying to put this stuff together, and doing my best to maintain. So thank you for everybody that's supporting. I'm just giving a little bit of time that I can give, and the opening that I can give it. All right, and I wanted to share a little bit of something with y'all about the mind in general, how it is associated with the computer. So yeah, let me do this. Whew. Oh man, that's kind of pressure. That was kind of like a lot of pressure. A little bit. It's kind of like a little bit of pressure, because that's like kind of like boring information, but it's not boring information because I got a whole big drop with this stuff. Like, if y'all pay attention, look, listen. If y'all pay attention, right, to what I give y'all in that type of build, it's going to build up to something where we're going to start taking apart computers the same way they teaching me to take apart computers and rebuild and do all types of things with computers. I'm going to show y'all the same thing. But in essence, I'm going to show y'all, well, the computer that we need to build, which is the body of the Messiah, a true network that operates on a frequency of thought, which is love. All right? So hopefully you get that. So I love y'all. We have many things to do in this movement. We got many things to do, man. I wish y'all stopped playing games with this. In essence, for the people that are not learning anything at all, for the people that are just entertained, that's cool. It doesn't matter. I'm glad to see you here spending your time, and hopefully subliminally you'll get this information. It'll move within your spirit, and you'll have an algorithm or biorhythm that connects with the realm of thought that we share on here. But I'm going to tell you this. In essence, know the 1 through 31. Know each personality, how they connect with the reality which you live in. You know what I'm saying? Know the quaternary sequence of the Messiah. Know that. All right? Real talk. And we have much to accomplish. We definitely have much to accomplish. Every day I look at myself, I say, man, yo, what am I going to do? What am I going to do to keep this going, to keep on persevering, to show forth that, you know what? The universe has blessed me. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of the things I'm going to commit myself to, the 90-day water phase. Hopefully you there for it. Now, how many days we got into it? That's May 1st. All right? Yeah, you already know what time it is. Listen. Now, that's going to be a cleansing. It's going to be a cleansing where we intake that water. You drinking 1.5 gallons at least of water a day. But at the same time, you start your day off with fruit. You eat whatever you want to eat for as your regular meal through the course of the middle of your day. And then the last meal that you eat is basically a non-processed meal. All right, and you taking no sugar through the course of your day, and also you're just like literally spiritually connected to the universe. You say, why is that? Because water has a resonance or a memory to it, and as you drinking that water, you're realizing this. You're making a connection back. All right. So yeah, because water is always trying to get back to a greater body of water if you think about it. If you truly think about it, water is trying to get back to a greater body of water. So, yeah. Peace to everybody that supports the movement. Peace to everybody on the late night. I wish I can do some readings. If it can catch up, if it can keep up with the comments. Because for some reason, it's not keeping up with the comments. It's all good. It's all good. I see y'all, man. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting what we have on here, for real. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can read some comments. I think I can see it now. Shout out to brother Anku. I see you in here. What's up, King? Thank you. Who else in here? What's up, man? If you in here, state your name, put it in the comment section. I appreciate it. You know, if you have a good connection, let me know. For the people that's in the Facebook, for the people that's in the YouTube, what up? See if I can reload these comments. So, you might wonder what's next. We got the Rise of Atlantis, which is February 29th. Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all on the YouTube. I see y'all. Listen, we got the Rise of Atlantis, which is February 29th. All right. Please do your best to make it to Atlanta, Georgia. You know, I put up some money for a private location, a private venue, so we can connect with some good people. Please do what you can to get there. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, it only really costs probably about $200 in gas, maybe $150 in gas. If you think about that, maybe about that. I don't know what you drive, but I'm just saying, if you think about maybe $150 to $200 in gas, you driving from New York. I don't know where you're driving from, but it is what it is. Yeah. I love y'all, man. I'm about to check out. I'm going to check in tomorrow or today for whatever it is. I love this. I love crossing the borderline. I love crossing the borderline. 747-24/7, 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you. You love me. Me as we. Let's do this. Let's count these numbers. If you don't know how to count in a codex, let me show you how to count so y'all know how to count before we get off. You should know the me-we hand. Like, everybody should know the me-we hand. Period. Wherever you at, you should know the me-we hand. That is like a symbol of our family. What represents us? It's this symbol. Now it's another me-we hand that I showed y'all, which is the cow and the sail symbol. That's another, the cow and the sail symbol. All right. It can be either or, cow or sail, either or. All right. That's another me-we hand. All right. Now I explained cow and sail on a whole nother level, but you know, Forrest, let me give you these numbers before I just get into it, run into a tangent on here. Listen, Listen, so you got 1. You see that? That's number 1. Wherever you at, count it. 1. That's number 1. And then you got 2. All right. Remember, put the thumb right there. Tickle it. Bow. That's the number 2. So you got 1 and 2. All right. Now you got number 3. That's number 3. You got 1, 2, and 3. Now you know how to count to 3. Now we got 4. This is the number 4. All right. Number 4. Now you know how to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So let's go. So now you got 5. Now remember, 5 is different than 2 because 2 is down here and 5 is right there. All right, y'all kind of get that? So you got 5 and 2. So remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Y'all good now. Y'all good. So you got 5. 5. Now let's go 6. That's the number 6. That's the number 6. This y'all counting with the MeWe hand. Here we go. Number 6. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, 7 is different than 5. You got 7 looks like that. You see that? It looks like that. 7. 5 looks like this. 2 looks like that. They look totally different. 2, 5, and 7. They look totally different. But they're part of the MeWe hand. All right? So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We moved on to 8. All right? So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 9. 9. Think about bunny rabbits with the 9. Number 9. All right? Y'all got that. Number 9. So 9. 9. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My fault. 7, 8, 9. And this will be your 10. That's your 10. So y'all in here. Y'all good. Y'all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so this would be 11, and this would be 12, and that would be 13, and that would be 14, and that would be 15, that would be 16, and this would be 17, and this would be 18, and this would be 19, and then we moving forward 20. I don't know if it looks backwards where you at, but it is what it is. Y'all know. You say, man, that's 02. That's not 20. 20. All right. So 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. You got it. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Y'all, man, y'all counting up to 40, man. Y'all good. Y'all good. All right. Thank you, brother Anku, enjoying this build. Yeah, man. Y'all traveling now, man. Y'all traveling. Shout out to everybody. This is how we build culture, y'all. These late nights, putting in this work on a late night. Think about it. You gotta think about it, man. Yo, you say, really, you kind of early. Usually you do these all-nighters on a Thursday, on a thirsty Thursday, Lamel. Well, I'ma say it's I don't know what you want to call it, Wednesday, but we on Thursday already. For real. We on Thursday already. For real. But in essence, I just want to think about it like this. For me sharing this information with y'all, I'm sharing it from the heart. But in essence, it's just all about building our community. It's in essence, it's building blocks. Every conversation I look at like literally like a building block. Every conversation that we have here is a building block to a greater situation. So, shoot, you think I won't put in work late night so we can put another building block? Those building blocks in ancient Egypt, each one of those building blocks weighed, some of them hundreds of tons, 20 tons at least. You think about that, the pyramids of Egypt. These are the building blocks that we put in tons. Because if you think about it, we all represent essentially like a dwarf star. You know what I'm saying? All our situations have been composed and literally crushed down in let's say, I would say, in simplicity, who you are. It's just been all your experiences just been crushed down, and it's to who you are and what you present yourself to be. So all I'm saying is this: we all come from different roads of life. We've been traveling different places, but as we travel here and connect this realm of thought, we understand that we are like